What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. We'll get to the cards in a second. I think this is pretty important to talk about. X-Rage did its second Yu-Gi-Oh! Drop, and I love the first one. It's the highest quality merch that really exists anywhere when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! And the popularity for it speaks for itself versus brands like Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Jujutsu Kaisen. This sold out faster than all of them. Check this out. This is just 10 minutes after the drop. The site was even crashing for a full 2 to 3 minutes before I could add anything to my cart. I was reloading. The only thing even comparable in our community ever was when Spellgrounds were super popular and some of them sold out in 6 minutes. I really wanted the Obelisk and Slifer shirts. I had Blue Eyes Ultimate as well as Red Eyes in my cart, and they sold out as I was checking out, even though I have an account and was logged in and was trying to PayPal checkout. And then, there's just so many cool things when you actually go through the site. I managed to come away with 2 of the double XL Blue Eyes Zip shirts. I have the hoodie, and not hoodie, it's like a varsity jacket almost. I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like this fuzzy jacket with an embroidered on the back Blue Eyes just like this. And it is one of my favorite pieces of Yu-Gi-Oh! Merch of all time, along with the rare Hunter raincoat. It is so functional, stylish, looks great, and I really enjoy it. I wanted also the Slifer, Obelisk, and Raw button-ups. It was RNG on which one you got. I really wanted Obelisk the most out of this. And then I got myself what's still in stock, 2 of the tablet rugs. This is not sponsored at all. They also had these really cool light-up cards, and I wanted the Stardust, but those were sold out too. Only the Exodia was left when I could check out, and that's gone also. I think this just speaks to the popularity for demand on high-end Yu-Gi-Oh! Merch. And Hypeland also shows they sell out of a lot of things, and I love you, Hypeland, but this is next level. The patched embroidery that just really shines, and having the little tablet guys on the front of these was such a nice touch. Like, I can't compare this to anything else we have, and I really wish we got, like, something like this overseas. But shoutouts to the other warriors who were up 3 a.m., myself 5 a.m., trying to get a piece of this. And luckily, it looks like, for good news on a lot of card games, I won't be paying tariffs on this import either. Let's go ahead and talk about some movement in the cards, though. We have Bestial Lubellion going up for both versions, the secret rare back towards 20 some odd, and the OG secret rare actually going, I want to say, towards $30 if this will load. So kind of wild to watch them get a hit on the list and people go, well, Dragon Link got a lot stronger. Let's go ahead and go with it. I'll see if that loads. Live editing done cheap through the market watch. Duke of Demise is an easy I told you so. On pre-sales it was 5. It went down to 2, so you won if you waited. And now you're losing if you waited even longer. It's about $7. This is seeing some play between Odeon and some Fiendsmith engines I'm hearing. So interesting to see it just enter such a range. It's a no-brainer of a cheap card you should have access to. Really, even at this price, if it goes back down towards 5, I think it's just one you'll want to have on hand as an ultra rare and a side set for a world premiere. Like, I think it's a card you should want access to and not be scrambling for later if you want to play it. We also have Stake Your Soul, the collector rare, going wild for that maybe support we'll be getting one day. After seeing some reprints in Stampede for Versus also, feels a little stronger, like we could be getting Konami liking the archetype enough to give it more support. Here's Lubellion, said we come back to it. Yeah, it's around 30 some odd dollars. Now, talking about this archetype, will the support take it to that next level? I haven't really tested it, but they've always been underestimated and managed to get to that next level within tournament results, so a little good support could go a long way for them, especially with how ban lists are starting to actually feel impactful once again. But Konami's got to stay on a streak with that. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage Quarter Century Secret Rare is towards the top of Bonanza now, with triple-digit sales on multiple here. 2 whole playsets going for right around 100, and you have the listing sticking here hoping to sell. Now, this does have more support even being announced and made, and then the support's going to actually get here and people will do double down buyouts. The question is, will they go all the way to max rarity, or will the lower end of the support bubble up and push it, or will it fall flat on its face? The new cards seem pretty darn good to me, and it has a lot of the people who had this deck set on the shelf saying, I think I'm going to be trying this. That's interesting to me, and I look forward to seeing where a lot of this goes. Kagari went up 20%. It was right around 80. Now it is lowest 100. Let's see where those actual sales are. Yep, triple digits, multiple places for the ultimate rare. And the secret rare is going up. You can see it was $4 for a while. The lowest is now towards 10, and even the altar art out of Dual Overload is coming on up and is around $350. That's what those vendors are going to need to move it to you. Kurikara Divine Carnate. I murdered that. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh at my own jokes. Kurikara Divine Carnate. Starlight Rare. First edition specifically because this is one of the rare Starlights with an unlimited that Konami said they wouldn't be doing. It is towards $70 as now people are looking around at what's definitely not getting a quarter century secret rare and what would they not make Starlight Rare again? This is one of those answers, and I'm hearing people are trying to seek that out even more. I said that with the lower end speed duel stuff. I didn't expect to see people start going Starlight hunting with that, so kind of wild to see that result. Also, Unchained Twins Aruha. Someone grabbed Distant Coder. This is going back up in price. Luckily, we have an OTS pack common, so these haven't bubbled up just for the easy access versions. They've come down over time. I remember those being like $3 to freaking $5 or something, and so it's nice that you can just go out and get copies, but the Starlight is way up. Same with Abomination Prison. People forget to search this one because it doesn't have Unchained in the name. Oh yeah, there's a really good spell for the deck. It is towards $10. Remember, the OG of this was short printed. It was one of the last ones where canceled orders were happening on it, but luckily it's in Rarity Collection 2, where you have a ton of easy access versions, and this is just max rarity. Same thing for Unchained Soul of Rage. It is going up towards $8. I actually want to pause real quick. I have this guy obsessively commenting whenever I smack my lips. I'm actually stopping to swallow because I do these unedited. Would you prefer I stop and take a drink? Would you prefer that I just take the whole video? Would you like me to start editing and not get these videos out as fast? He's nonstop commented on a ton of different videos. I went ahead and deleted them because it does bug me a tad, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not going... I'm actually just stopping to swallow my spit because I'm non-stop talking. Letting the comment section get to you in 2025, I know. But that's what I'm doing! Unhinged John Moore going on. The Fire King Courtier, it is coming back up. Look at how low the listings are for these, as people are looking for the odd-off decks that will be helped by that ban list clearing the way. A lot of people sunk their money back in over here. Once again, you can see it starting to spike on back up after the list and come up in price. Same with Primite Dragon Ether Barrel here. I was talking about how odd it was, how it was falling off, and even though Blue Eyes wasn't getting the results everyone expected, it was still doing it big. Here comes a ban list helping it a little further along, and people are back to spending over $30 on this card. Speaking of Blue Eyes, my Discord noticed some odd things with some of the collectibles just continuing to go up, like the secret rare Chaos Max Dragon with the OG art out of that movie pack. Yeah, the secret rare movie pack is actually surprisingly expensive if you go and look at the sealed. This being $8 because of that, not the most insane thing to think about in the world. I'm sure people are going to argue the altar art versus OG art. Why not both for your collection, right? But also, Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon got a common, but the secret rare really hung on to its price towards $14, only falling that far. And look at the sales rates at 14. This is kind of wild. Same with the ultra rare for this card. Not as many sales rates, but trying to hang on as a mid-max to similar sales as the secret rare and actually getting them, but a lot slower. But now there's a lot of lower listings as people are like, okay, I want to move this card. It's obviously going to go down as a mid-max. The Secret, I think, is where it's at, but this is still pretty wild. Then you have Blue Eye's Alternative Ultimate Dragon, and I think this one's a no-brainer on the why. It's a Kazuki Takahashi art, it's a Blue Eyes collectible, and if we look at the anniversary packs, those cards, they don't see their reprints for the most part, and then you have, is it only Dark Magician Girl that's gotten a rewave, and then they added the border for Kazuki Takahashi arts? It's unlikely that Konami goes that direction very often, so I understand why people are just sinking money into this for their collection, and that would naturally push it up over time, especially with all the Blue Eyes hypes. And correct me if I'm wrong, there was a metagame where a deck actually used this in the meta as a niche tech. Let me know if you remember that as well. I could swear that happened and people used it somewhere. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch and hearing an old man ramble about having to swallow and stop during Market Watch, to having fashionable taste in Yu-Gi-Oh! But seriously, this is actually important to see how crazy people go for stuff like this over there and how it actually sells out compared to other IPs. People are so thirsty for premium Yu-Gi-Oh! Merch. That Jump collab and that $90 hoodie over here for the Season 0 hoodie sold out in just a day that I suggested. So when it comes down to it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Merch has a very bright future, it feels like.